So, good morning, boys, once again. On a happy note, what we discussed just now, we'll be proceeding with another important concept called HGP, Human Genome Project. What is the purpose of this? Why this project is started? As the name suggests, to understand all the genes that are present in human beings across the globe. Whosoever is called human being, our purpose is to study all the genes that are present. So, be it a Russian, be it an African, be it an Indian, be it Sandeep. So, the purpose is to study what are all the genes that are present inside our body. And we have also studied that there are some diseases that are happening to human beings because of wrong genes, isn't it? We say genetic diseases. So far, we were disappointed that there is no cure for that. If someone gets, say, sickle cell anemia, someone gets, myasthenia gravis. So such diseases which are by birth, they are coming to the people and they are helpless. Unfortunately, they are all suffering. So this project aims at detecting why that particular disease is coming to that particular individual, right? Someone suffers with night blindness, someone suffers with color blindness, someone suffers with myasthenia gravis, muscular dystrophy. So our the aim of this project is to identify. After all, we have got 46 chromosomes, 44 and 2, 44 autosomes and 2 allosomes are sex chromosomes. In that 46, our idea is to identify in which chromosome there is a defective gene, there is a dangerous gene, there is a lethal gene. This is the effect. And once we identify that there is something, a particular gene is missing, or particular gene is having some structural deficiency, defect, and we identify the particular trait because of that missing gene, because of that defective gene, because of that poisonous gene, lethal gene, dangerous gene, what is the character that is being displayed by the individual? We said phenotype, no? So what is the phenotype? Is it affecting him physically? Is it affecting mentally? So if physically, what way? If mentally, how to treat? So lot many questions. And these are until recently unanswerable questions. We are not able to answer. Somebody like our Kadkol was telling, sir, hane barasara ondu, means it is bad luck, it is destiny. But now we have a hope. We will tell Kadkol, don't tell Kadkol, it is Hanebara. We will change the Hanebara. Being biology students, we can change that. How to do that? First thing is identify the wrong gene. Out of the 46 chromosomes, where is it present? We have studied already, if you recollect from your memory, in genetics chapter, we studied there are some genetic diseases that happen due to the presence of defective gene in autosomes. We say autosomal disorders. Can you recollect at least one disease? Autosomal disorder. Yes, Prasad? Yes, Prasad? Huh? Not able to listen. Prasad, loudly. Muscular dystrophy, yeah. And what about allosome disorder? Disorders due to defective gene in sex chromosomes. We say X chromosome inheritance. Can you give an example, Kadkol? X chromosome inheritance. Yeah, and you studied another thing for your memory, some syndromes. You see, Down's syndrome, Klinefelter's syndrome. Try to recollect. Last month we covered all this, isn't it? Yes, Rakesh? Turner's syndrome. So all these are until recently unanswerable ones. Now, being biology student, we should be proud that we are able to answer those. And what way? First, step one is to identify the defective gene. Where is it present? Is it present in the autosome? 44 autosomes? Which autosome? You know, some defective genes will be present on 21st chromosome. You heard that, no? Some will be present on 18th chromosome, like this. So, autosomal disorders. And second one is allosomal disorder, X chromosome inheritance, right? Yes, we have studied X0 and we studied XXY, right? Chromosomal disorders. So here our aim of this HGP is to identify the defective gene. Second Kadkol, once we identify, then what to do? Can we replace the gene? Can we replace the gene? Yes. Through gene therapy, we are able to do it. But don't jump into conclusion. In India, it is in budding stage. But in Britain, Israel, and some of the European countries, the medical field is very much advanced, particularly Britain, right? And Singapore is catching up nowadays. So, we have answers. There's a bright future ahead of us. So, defective gene can be replaced. And once defective gene is replaced with a good gene, what will happen, Sandeep? Yes, person is back to health, normal health. He will be like you and me, without any defect. So the purpose is that. And for this is not a small task, no? First we have to identify how many genes totally will be present in Kadkol. In a cell, let's say in a skin cell, how many are present? Muscle cell, how many are present? Average genes present in Kadkol. Then we go for the 12th B, then 12th A, entire science school, entire Bijapur district, then North Karnataka, then India. You can imagine. See the amount of work. Isn't it? So we should salute these geneticists who are doing it, molecular biologists. So once the task one is to identify all the genes present in the body. And second one, once that is done, identify the wrong gene. Third one, replace that wrong gene with a good gene. And of course, all of us understand that it is not so easy as I am talking. I just said in one sentence, replace the wrong gene with the right gene. Okay, it took only for me 2 to 3 seconds. But practically you know the difficulty, isn't it? And we all understand that what we are talking is something that happens inside our body. It's anatomical feature. Inside body, living cell, inside the living cell, cytoplasm, inside the cytoplasm, nucleus, inside the nucleus, nucleoplasm, inside the nucleoplasm, chromosomes, inside the chromosome, DNA, and portion of DNA is a gene. And just imagine how many genes we have to identify. He will give you the figure also as I read. Look at that. The entire DNA in the haploid set of chromosomes. I am sure all of you know haploid and diploid. Haploid half, diploid 2 di, 2 sets of chromosomes. In Kadkol's case, it is 23 haploid into 2. So we say Kadkol has got 2n diploid sets of chromosomes in every cell, except the reproductive cell will have haploid, 23 chromosomes, right? So DNA in the haploid set of chromosomes of an organism is called genome. In a simple language, you can remember it as genome is group of genes that are present in the chromosomes of an individual. And in human genome, as I said just now, the N number is 23 chromosomes. And it is packed, DNA packed. And human genome contains, look at that, about 3 into 10 to the power 9 BP. What is that BP, Kadakol? Yeah, base pairs, isn't it? I got that nitrogenous base pairs now. And look at that. When is this started? HGP, Human Genome Project, 1990 to 2003. Very recent one. Was the first mega project for the sequencing of genes or nucleotides and mapping of all the genes in human body. And this was coordinated by US Department of Energy and National Institute of Health. Why National Institute of Health? Because it is concerned with the health of the individual, isn't it? So this is a mega project, a very big project, and different countries participated in that, and luckily our country also is one of the participants in that. And you know the amount of money involved in that. Yes, please. Yes, Rakesh.
Gene therapy was given in 1990.
Yeah. As a trial basis. There is no confirmation. You see, there is something called unknown thing in science. You take a chance. Remember, most of the discoveries you have seen, it is all unknown things. Right? Why Mohan?
Therapy is associated with HGP.
Yes, yes. Very closely associated. Isn't it? Gene therapy is treating a disease by replacement of genes. Wrong genes or lethal genes will be replaced with good genes. Okay? Right. Yeah, I think I admitted him back. Right? Now see, the Human Genome Project, as I said just now, basically there is a cell. Inside the cell, living cell of course, the chromosomes and whatever the DNA helixes are present, they are all together genes, and in particular you can see the length of the gene on a DNA. We measured with I think 34 angstrom units, isn't it? And to be specific, it is some amount of loops that twists and turns are there no in DNA. That's it. Okay? And all these G, A, all that you know, they are all nitrogenous bases. And that is the reason why we said portion of DNA is gene. And if there is any defect, what defect, Kadko? What will be the defect that we can guess in that nucleotide? Yes, Kadkol? What can be the defect?
Abnormal base pairing.
Very good. One is the abnormal base pairing. See, already we have talked, Prasad, base pair. What is that? AT, adenine should pair with thymine and vice versa. Thymine should pair with adenine. AT or TA. Second, CG, cytosine and guanine. Let's say if cytosine instead of pairing with guanine pairs with, let us say, thymine. So that's a wrong pair. So because of that, lethal gene, dangerous gene has come. This is one. Second, sometimes one nitrogen base only missing. You see, we said point mutation, one nitrogen base will be missing in the DNA. That's also defective. Deletion. And then there can be presence of absence of one pair of nitrogen bases. CG missing. That's also results in some defect. and that defect will show in the individual in the form of some phenotypic character. So we have got some targets. Why should we start this HGP? So goals, we say, at the end of it, what should we do? So first task is identify all the estimated genes in human DNA. This is the first one. All the genes we should identify. Roughly it is estimated that 10,000 genes on an average will be present in human body. So almost 85 to 90% they have identified, and they have mapped also, they have photographed. This is the achievement of the HGP. Second, sequencing of 3 billion chemical base pairs of human DNA. Look at that. Sequencing of 3 billion chemical base pairs of human DNA. And then store this information in databases. Like we have got banks, no? Like we said seed bank, pollen bank, sperm bank, blood bank. Now called gene bank. So the databases can be stored, and this is called gene bank. And then analyze each database. What is the information that we got? Analyze that. The moment we find there is some defect in the data, improve the data by discovering some tools. So improve tools for data analysis, and then transfer related technology to other sectors. Like you said, no, just now called gene therapy. So that can be transferred to say molecular biology, biochemistry, like this. So that maybe to start with there is complications in finding out the tools. As we share our knowledge with others, particularly with molecular biology, then biochemistry, physiology, okay, anatomy, then I think we'll come to know, even including nowadays, of course, engineers also. We say bioengineers. There's a new branch called bioengineering. So they will also come to our rescue. Through technology, we can solve many problems in biology so that we'll be healthy. That is the meaning when we say transfer related technologies to other sectors. And then this is very interesting. Last one, Kadkol. Address the ethical, legal, and social issues. We say LC, ELSI. E for ethical, L for legal, S for social, I for issues, LC. Now, what is this ethical issue? Any idea? Like we have got, every parent aspires to have a baby who is perfect in all the fields, no defect at all, very, very glamorous, handsome baby, perfectly healthy baby, no diseases at all. Size also, they want 6 feet height, okay, 6 feet height. They want 1 ton weight. They want very fair colored baby, just like a European. So if every parent aspires like this, what will happen, Kadkol, after some years? When all of you come to class, I will not be able to identify who is Kadkol, who is Prasad, who is Sandeep, who is Rakesh Mohanty, who is Jay Jagannath, isn't it? Everybody looks same because genome is same. The genes present in your body is same. So how to identify? Okay, Kadkol says, conduct one exam, sir. We will write answers. Based on that, you can identify. When I conduct the exam, because genes are same, everybody like Kadkol 100 out of 100. Okay, see the handwriting, same handwriting. See the style of writing, same style of writing. What to do? This is the ethical one. That means we will be losing what we like always, variety. And I am sure Sandeep says variety is the spice of life. There is no variety. So there is an ethical question, moral question. Are we right in making our children what we call designed babies or designer babies? We design. Instead of we allowing the baby as per God's decision or as per the genes, we are making the baby into how we want and what we want. So that's the ethical question. And legal, law, as per law, are we right? Do we have right to decide how we want our baby? So again, law comes here. And social issues, I think you must have seen one movie called Matrix Returns. If you're not seen, just see. Sandeep, there's a last scene where there's a fight between hero versus villain, right? And hero is hero, like in what do you say, Kannada movies, Telugu movies. He starts fighting with the villain and bangs him left and right. And as he bleeds, from every drop of blood, one more villain comes. You can see virtually after say 15-20 minutes of fight, there's one hero with some uncountable villains, and all villains look alike. And the director has shown very funnily, even the dress will be same, black coat, black suit, black goggles, same hairstyle, everything. So social issue, everybody looks same. Okay, you call it LC. So there is ethical question, there is a legal question, there is a social issues. Everybody looks like same, ditto, and that too throughout the world. Now at least we are able to identify with some features that so and so is African, so and so is Indian, so and so is Japanese, isn't it? So and so is European. Now with this, very difficult. Everybody will be same. Now methodology, how to do this, how to attain all the tasks that we referred to above. How many tasks, Prasad? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 main objectives of HGP. So this you have to remember all this. Sometimes he will ask you 3 more questions. What are the goals of HGP? Okay, you need not mug up, you need not by heart. You understand the concept. That's enough. Okay. Identify all the estimated genes in human DNA. That is the first aim. Second, sequencing of 3 billion chemical base pairs of human DNA. Third, store the information in databases like gene banks. Improve tools for data analysis. Transfer related technologies to other sectors. And finally, address the ethical, legal and social issues that may arise from the project. Definitely these will arise as we discuss, right? Now, what are the methodologies to get those 6 aims? So it involves 2 major approaches. What are the major approaches? One is the ESTs, expressed sequence tags, EST. That is focused on identifying all the genes that are expressed as RNA. So genes that are expressing. Yesterday we said gene expression. What is gene expression? And how to control it or regulate it. Regulation of gene expression we talked. So here we are going to identify what are all the genes that express. Okay, ESTS. And the second method is sequence annotation. Sequencing whole set of genes means all the genes present in human body. They are called genome. So sequencing whole set of genome containing all the coding and non-coding sequence. You know already what do you mean by coding and what do you mean by non-coding sequences, and later assigning different regions in the sequence with the functions. That means we are doing Kitapati with the nitrogenous base sequence. That is the meaning of it. Suppose in particular region, we say gene loci. Remember? Gene locus or gene loci. If we change particular nitrogenous base sequence and shift them to other place, what will happen? That is the question. Will there be different phenotypic characters expressed by the body, or is it okay if it is replaced? That is the two major approaches. See, EST is yes. Let me expand. Yeah, you can see here the genomic DNA exons 1, exon 2. What is exon? Yes, Sandeep. Remember, we were talking about exons and introns. Sandeep have forgotten. We said two types of gene sequences will be there. Genes that are present superficial, exons, genes that are present in between, introns, the functional ones. And here what we are doing, we are picking up those sequences and adding it. You can see the numbers also with 5 prime to 3 prime. Are we not replacing the positions? That expressive genes are brought into one line, non-expressive ones are omitted, taken out. And second one, regulation sequence. So just like yesterday we said, no, lac-operon promoter sequence, and at the start both introns as well as exons, and the region that is present between them, we call it UTR, untranslated region, a region that is not translated or decoded. That is it. So when we do this, what we get? We get the gene sequencing of all the genes that express. Okay, and I think I will talk tomorrow about this each step, right? We'll take up tomorrow. Until then, take care. I'll post a video on this. Bye.